Tom Hardy secretly entered a martial arts tournament and won. So, according to The Guardian, the 45-year-old British actor entered a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Open Championship, a competition held by Ultimate Martial Arts Championship at Oak Grove School in Milton Keynes. This is a quote from one of the attendees. Everyone recognized him, but he was very humble and was happy to take time out for people to take photographs with him. It was a real pleasure to have him compete at our event. Yeah, it makes me wonder, what are these celebrities doing on their downtime? Especially those who have participated and had roles in comic book movies, superhero movies, anime movies, whatever. Like, do you think somewhere Daniel Radcliffe has a side gig as a magician? Like, or I don't know, like Patrick Stewart's a tarot reader or a mind reader. Like, I don't know, like it's just wild to see, like, Tom Hardy, the guy who played Bane, enter a martial arts tournament and fucking won. That's what's wild. He actually won that. Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy to see what these celebrities do sometimes. Celebrities are a very eccentric bunch. I will say that. But it just makes me wonder, like, what is Chris Evans doing right now? Right? What is Robert Downey Jr. doing right now? What is what are they all doing right now when they're not, in front of us doing these great films or shows? It just makes you wonder. And with Tom Hardy, we don't have to wonder. He's somewhere living his best life, winning martial arts championships. Shout out to Tom Hardy. Ladies and gentlemen, blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is Do You Speak Geek?
DYSG, keep it real, that's key. We the best OGs, dope topics, come see. DYSG, keep it real, that's key. We the best OGs, dope topics, come see. I got a question, do you speak geek? New episodes on the podcast dropping each week. Get hip to the game, I'm giving y'all a sneak peek. Flavor for your ears, bars flowing on unique beats. Blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks. The Source Wall Wednesday dropping comics you should cop. I think you'd order cheap. Don't sleep on Dono and Nix. They preaching the gospel, real ish, ill like mono, they sick. Thumb life if you're into games with combos and kicks. This podcast is a gift, it's as real as it gets. Blurs taking over, with clever marketing we gain exposure. Feeding the community magic, your boy's a nerd promoter. The dialogue is Jimmy Crackcorn, we aiming for gold. The truth was told, I can't speak for other platforms. Sharp as cats out like knives, claws, and tack thorns. We blacking out, going crazy like a black storm. DYSG, don't forget to follow back. Hosting on the airwaves, always keeping it a stack. Flowers to my haters, psych, I ain't giving y'all jack. Number one on the charts, give your boy a gold plaque.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Nix coming back at y'all again. This is episode 131 of the podcast. Yo, I love y'all. My followers, my fans, my friends, my family, my listeners, my subscribers. I'm a round of applause for y'all. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, I love y'all to death, man. So I'm nothing without y'all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Man, y'all give me such love. I hate letting y'all down. I hate it. But thank y'all for being the battery in my back. Appreciate y'all so much. Thank you to all subscribers, all listeners. And if you are new here, welcome to Do You Speak Geek? This is the podcast where we bring you all the latest and greatest inside of the geek and nerd realm with news and reviews coming at y'all. Shout out to all the podcast outlets out there, especially Spreaker, the home team. But wherever you get your podcast, please be sure to look for Do You Speak Geek. and hit that subscribe. DoYouSpeakGeek.com, the central hub for everything DYSG. The blog is there, the merch is there, the podcast is there, the social media is there. Keep a lookout for the change in DoYouSpeakGeek.com. It's coming soon. You guys will love it, I promise. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Facebook at DYSGFB, Twitter at DYSG_tweets, Twitch at DYSG_games, and Instagram, TikTok, and Quirk Chat at DoYouSpeakGeek. The YouTube channel, the only place where you can find the Dono and Daddy Show. Please be sure to subscribe, like, hook, smash that bell for all notifications, and leave comments. We want to know what you guys think. Also, do not forget, this weekend, if you are one of my local listeners, 757 Stand Up and surrounding areas, buy Indie Comics Day. It's going down at the Slover Library, downtown Norfolk, 235 East Plume Street, 10 a.m. We're kicking it off. Listen, you do not want to miss this event. Not just because I'm going to be there, but because it's going to be a great event. So please pull up, buy Indie Comics Day, 10 a.m., Slover Library, October 1st. Be there, beat me there. It's going to be a blast. All right, got a quick short podcast for y'all. Not a whole lot to go over, but we got some things to talk about anyway. So let's go ahead and do what we do about this time, people. Let's speak geek.
Suit up.
I wanna be the very best.
Talk nerdy to me.
All right, we got reviews coming at you at rapid fire. Terrifier 2 is the pinnacle in terms of indie slasher kill sequences, which are more than appealing enough to please genre fans despite the film's other lacking elements. So, this is for you, this is for you. Solstice, a competent action game with creative monsters, but they're doomed to live in a bland setting with tedious level design. Still, pretty decent game. When the Screaming Starts, it earns its horror comedy laughs and savors and bleak commentary on fame-driven obsession as a sharp serial killer mockumentary. More funny than scary, if I'm being honest. Andor, 1 through 4 episodes. Whew, this show slaps. It's off to a fantastic start thanks to its compelling performances, its core thrilling undertones, and considered filmmaking. It's so good. Check this one out. And finally, we have Return to Monkey Island. Expectedly comes packed full of smartly crafted puzzles, funny dialogue, and memorable characters. But as series creator Ron Gilbert returns to the series director's chair for the first time since 1991, it unexpectedly offers a lot of heart too. It's an adventure gamer's delight. So right up my alley, right? Yes, sir. Let's go get it for that. Well, so these are reviews, people. Let's go ahead and hop into my favorite portion of the show. Y'all know the vibes. Source Wall.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Behold the source wall.
Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends.
There is nothing wrong with reading a story and looking at the pictures.
Enough said, Stan. Let's hop right into it. The pull list this week, we got 8 Billion Genies number 5. Witness the first 8 months. In the 8 months after G-Day, when everyone on Earth acquired a genie and only one wish, the world has become a very strange place, full of danger and whimsy and more danger. We need a hero these times. We need the Idea Man. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 100, a legacy that began in Go-Go Power Rangers, finally converges here as Charge to 100 reaches its milestone issue and kicks off brand new beginnings. News of a deadly threat reaches the team, one that threatens every ranger on Earth and even a home long since destroyed. As the climactic battle against unspeakable enemies unfolds, the lines between friend and foe are blurred, and decisions await even the strongest of Rangers. The epic culmination of a story making in the years has finally come. In the spirit of fan-favorite issues like the landmark X-Force 1, each copy of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 100 also contains one of 10 collectible trading cards. with art by Chris Onock and designs by Dylan Todd, featuring your favorite Rangers and villains and exclusive art print. Yo, shout out to them for that. That's gonna be that's worth trying to get all these variants and everything else. I'm definitely gonna try to find all 10. Absolutely. Tim Drake, Robin #1. Step aside, Damian. The world's favorite Robin has got this. That's right. After years away, Tim Drake is taking center stage in a brand new Robin series of his own. A mystery over a year in the making takes shape as a new villain who's been hounding Tim from afar decides to take things up close and personal, putting Bernard and everything else Tim cares about in peril as things go from bad to worse for the world's oldest and canonically tallest Robin. Nah, I'm gonna fact check that just to be sure. All that Tim finally carves out a corner for Gotham for himself and sets up shop in his very own murder shack boat. Fan favorite writer Megan Kurtzman teams up with beloved Harley Quinn artist Riley Rosemo to define the next chapter in Tim's life. And if that wasn't enough, break out your skateboards and motorcycles because we've assembled a murderous row of artists to draw the 1990s one true Robin in various looks from over the years. This one's gonna be good. My boy Tim Drake is back in the spotlight as Robin. Let's go. The Roadie, #1. More than 35 years after his heyday, a former heavy metal roadie must return to the backdrops of America to do a job he thought he retired from. An exorcist. But this time, he's not saving groupies or drunk bassists. He's trying to save his daughter. Wow. And finally, Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings #3. Shang-Chi has lost the 10 rings, but who stole them? The answer will shock Shang-Chi as the ring's unknown power is about to be unleashed. Who has the gall to do that? But those are my picks, people. Please pick these up and every other comic book that you want to get your hands on this week at your local comic book store. Let's watch this.
Watch this, y'all.
Thunder! Thunder! Thunder!
The Lannister always pays his debts.
Whoa, dude. I am the villain of the story.
All right, people. The big news this week has to be the 2002 Netflix Tudum. I don't have the rights to use that sound, so we'll just say the Netflix Tudum. So let's kick off with the announcements. At least the biggest announcement so far. Millie Bobby Brown and Henry Cavill are both back in a new trailer for Enola Holmes 2. This kicked off Netflix's Tudum showcase. The trailer shows Enola getting into all sorts of trouble as she seeks to live up to Sherlock's legacy. Netflix shared a first look at Heart of Stone, the upcoming film starring Gal Gadot, Jamie Dornan, and Alia Bhatt, featuring what appears to be final clips from the film, plus behind-the-scenes stunts and an interview with Gadot herself. It's definitely worth a watch for those eagerly awaiting the James Bond-style movie. Bridgerton star Nicola Coughlan made an appearance during the showcase to share a little of what fans can expect from the third season. Committing to the role play completely, Coughlan spills plenty of secrets in a 3-minute clip. Continuing the Bridgerton news, Netflix shared a first look at the spin-off series Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story. The short clip shows India Amarafello as the young Charlotte and Corey Miltress as the young King George. All right. Shadow and Bone is coming back, and Netflix is releasing a short sneak peek for the upcoming season 2. Most of the case can be also seen in the 40-second trailer, finally put together in what appears to be a pretty complete version of the show. All right, Shadow and Bone, let's go. Following tease after tease, Netflix has finally announced the Addams Family spinoff Wednesday will appear on November 23rd. A new and exclusive clip was also shared showing off more of Jenna Ortega in the leading role. A new trailer for The Manifest showed off Melissa Roxburgh and Josh Dallas as they return for the 4th and final season. Gotta love closure. You gotta love it, right? Moving on to The Witcher, Netflix announced that its upcoming prequel series Blood Origin will begin on December 25th. A poster for the show was also released, though it doesn't give much detail as to what will be happening in the show. It is set 1,200 years before the events of the main series. Wow. We did learn, however, the Academy Award nominated actress Minnie Driver will be joining the cast in a role that will be pivotal in connecting Blood Origin to the main Witcher series. All right. Now, while its prequel series Blood Origin is coming to Netflix early this year, the official third season of The Witcher won't premiere in the streaming platform until 2023 in the summer. A new poster was revealed showing Geralt's shattered Witcher medallion between the marks of Ciri and Yennefer. Oh my god. A new trailer for They Clone Tyrone showed off the film for the first time with John Boyega, Tiana Paris, and Jamie Foxx in action. A series of eerie events thrust the unlikely trio onto the trail of a nefarious government experiment in this pulpy mystery caper. Can't wait to see this one. And finally, a new trailer for the Lupin Season 3 has been teased. A difficult path ahead for Asane. He must now, spoilers, live in a hiding away from his wife and son. Despite doing what he thinks is best for his family, however, the ghosts of his past once again return to haunt him. Those are some of the biggest announcements. Y'all can check out the media scrum or the Tudum online. Let's go ahead and hop into Thumb Life.
Peace, love, and video games!
It's on like Donkey Kong.
That man is playing Galaga.
All right, gamers. Iron Man game has been announced by EA Motive. The studio behind the upcoming Dead Space remake has announced that it's developing an Iron Man game. In a new tweet from Motive's Twitter account, the Montreal-based EA studio revealed that it's collaborating with Marvel Games on an all-new single-player action-adventure Iron Man game. The project is said to still be in early development. The tweet points out that the Iron Man project will be a single-player action-adventure game, which is where Marvel has had the most success in AAA games. Spider-Man and Guardians of the Galaxy are firm favorites along comic and MCU fans, something that can't be said for the I Only Live It Myself multiplayer-focused Avengers game. So, Iron Man game coming out solo. I hope we have plenty of armors to choose from, maybe even armor customization. That should be good. And finally, in video game news, U.S. Homeland Security will spend $700,000 to investigate radicalization through video games. The United States Department of Homeland Security has awarded a nearly $700,000 grant to terrorism and security researchers to investigate radicalization through video games. As reported by Vice, the funds are headed to Milbury's Institute Center on Terrorism, Extremism, and Counterterrorism, CTEC, the nonprofit organization Take This, and a company looking to curb toxic online behavior called Logically. One of the goals of this new project is to develop a set of best practices and centralized resources for monitoring and evaluation of extremist activities, as well as a series of training workshops for the monitoring, detection, and prevention of extremist exploitation in gaming spaces for community managers, multiplayer designers, lore developers, mechanics designers, and trust and safety professionals. The announcement notes that video game studies of all sizes in many cases are not fully educated on how these extremists may try to exploit their games in an effort to radicalize the players. White nationalists have unfortunately found a footing in this space, as there have been groups on Steam who were, quote, openly exposing neo-Nazi beliefs and worshiping school shooters in the past. Steam has attempted to remove these groups, but the people behind this grant want to go further. This effort comes in time following the racially motivated mass shooting in Buffalo, New York that was broadcasted on Twitch and saw 10 people killed and 3 more injured. Wow, that's a lot to unpack right there. I definitely am behind this. If no other reason to get these white nationalists and neo-Nazi and racist groups off of Steam and off of Twitch and all other platforms. We definitely need them out there spreading that hateful message. We try and keep it all clean. You know, video games are supposed to be an escape, and you know you can't even escape the real world when you have these kind of groups trying to infiltrate and ruin our fun. So I'm definitely all behind this. Hopefully something good comes out of it for sure. But that is my time, people. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all for listening. Please be sure to listen to this podcast. Subscribe to this podcast. Let your boy know what you think about this podcast. Visit the website doyouspeakgeek.com. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok. Check out the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to the videos there. As always, people, live to play to win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?